is really the basic for the community.
Was that the original?
Right.
Okay.
And so let me tell you how it got started. I bet y'all ever heard of Stonewall?
Schoolers.
No.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
All right. So
That's why you're here, Val.
I know. So how it all got started with gay rights, I'm just speaking, I may not have everything together, but from what I know, it was the Stonewall started in New York, Greenwich, Christopher Street, Liberation Day, June 28 of 1970. So the police went in to raid, and that's like a little gay community, like we have here, like Montrose Island. But the way the police came at them was so much with force that it became a riot, the Stonewall riots.
Okay.
And y'all be mad at the police because they started that shit in New York. And so with that's why it formed into gay pride marches and the liberation and the fight for the LGBT.
Based on that.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Deep MCs, the podcast that seeks to push meaningful conversation to a whole new level. Whether it's for your entertainment or your personal growth, we appreciate you being here today. And now, on to the show. What's going on, Deep MCs?
Good, man.
Just living the dream. Now, this isn't the music that I want, but I'm going to use it because the button is pink. I'm in a pink shirt, and you guys are all probably noticing out there that there is a very specific, unique flag flying behind me right now. This episode is going to be a little special. Again, we have our special guest, Val, here to rock out with us today.
Welcome, Val.
And I feel a little guilty because we've had conversations in the past, and I talk about Val, and I always feel like the racist person that's like, I'm not racist, I got a black friend. And I'm just like, I don't hate gays, I got a gay friend. So here she is to prove I got a gay friend, so fuck
she
y'all.
She does exist.
See, they out of control.
Val, welcome to the show.
What's up, guys? What's happening? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Val.
Appreciate it.
We're gonna do LGBTQ IA plus or minus, depending on how you feel. And this is a topic that we've been wanting to get into for a while, and we've kind of had, from us, coming from a straight perspective, right? We have some questions, and we have some concerns, we have some ideas, and we have some viewpoints. But it's also nice to be able to approach this because, anytime that you attack the community nowadays, they're quick to cancel you. So I feel like you're going to be our shield and buffer for this episode.
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I'm going to hear you guys out.
Be a buffer for us for this show, right? So that we can talk some shit. All right. But no, really, I guess, first of all, I don't even know all the acronyms anymore. What are the acronyms that we have going on?
So right now,
do you know all that?
Yes, I do. Don't do me. But they have added some new shit, so I had to look that up as well. So the LGBT is really the basic for the community.
Was that the original?
Right.
Okay.
And so let me tell you how it got started. I bet y'all ever heard of Stonewall?
Schoolers.
No.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
All right. So
that's why you're here, Val.
I know. So how it all got started with gay rights, I'm just speaking, I may not have everything together, but from what I know, it was the Stonewall started in New York, Greenwich, Christopher Street, Liberation Day, June 28 of 1970. So the police went in to raid, and that's like a little gay community, like we have here, like Montrose Island. But the way the police came at them was so much with force that it became a riot, the Stonewall riots.
Okay.
And Yeah, be mad at the police because they started that shit in New York. And so with that, that's why it formed into gay pride marches and the liberation and the fight for the LGBT.
Based on that.
Based on that. Because they were starting shit.
Okay.
Starting shit. So, and that's how the letters came about, the protests and everything else for gay pride, the marches and everything else. And
it was built out of that oppression.
Okay. With the New York police, Greenwich Village.
Okay.
It's Stonewall Street, Christopher Street Liberation Day, June 28, 1970. Look that up. And that's how it all came to light.
Okay.
So had they minded their own damn business, we probably our own little quiet community. Not right now.
Not
running the world. Now, I'm not saying we're running the world. Let me just say this. But also, too, if you really want to get more, like I looked at this show on Prime, Amazon Prime, How We Got Gay. And it also thrust into where, looking back where everything started, is right now how things have changed. Well, now they was once considered outsiders of how they now in political influences up in culture and social issues. So I just think that
I mean they've always been there. I think
they've always been there, but they've been you got to keep them in the closet because they looked at the gay community, gays, as second-class citizens. And so I mean it just was tough. I didn't even come out right away, but I already knew. Now I'm not gonna say at 5 because I didn't know at 5, but I tell you I knew that I was.
Now but now that you say, I'm not trying to cut you off, but being that, so you say like you didn't know. Do you believe that kids know that young at 4? Because I've known since I was 3.
Well, let me say this: everybody got family members, everybody got friends. See the little kids and look at them and you kind of know. You
can tell. You can tell.
And it's usually around 5. I don't know if it's facts. But you can kind of look and see, well, okay, it might be a possibility that this kid might grow up. But then I've seen it to where I thought that the way they had feminine tendencies, they grew up not even being that way. So I really can't pinpoint and say that may be the case because I don't know.
Got it.
But I can tell you from my experience, it wasn't 5.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel it.
Because at that point, do you have any attraction? Like, there's no. What you kind of hate. You know, it's like, girl, you know, you still doing that.
You're just a kid, just doing kid things.
Just
so
playing.
You really don't. Yeah.
I got you.
To me, I think it more came like as I was getting into middle school.
Okay.
You know, I was tomboyish. I played ball. I was into the sports, but not everybody that plays sports.
I got you.
You're not like that. So, and I just knew then that I was, and I was afraid to come out. And we talking about the 90s, 80s, 90s. And this is kind of based on a lot of that. Like how hard, like it's like now we've, from the 70s, 80s, 90s, set the way for what's now. Like right now it's almost acceptable with men gay.
Right.
You know, so I'm just kind of here to answer some honest questions on.
Give us the alphabets.
Okay, so the alphabet.
Don't call them the alphabets because
I'm sorry.
They're gonna come cancel you for calling them the alphabet. I don't know why. I don't know why they get so uptight about that though. I don't understand why.
I don't think that they cancel you because I think it's something that, like, for instance, like Lil Boosie and the baby. Lil Boosie delivery is just all wrong. It shouldn't be coming from him. He don't even know how to put it together. That it sounds offensive. You get what I'm saying? With like the baby, they just misinformed. They don't care to get informed, and it's almost like with them. Why even give them light to anything? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And let that go. I just think that looking at the Dave Chappelle show, and kind of what Dave Chappelle said was, what happened to the old gays? Like I say, I'm a basic gay. I don't know what all that.
But even that, right? So, and here's the thing, right? So you and I've known you for several years now, and it's very rare that you will refer to yourself as a lesbian. Like you'll just say I'm gay or I'm old gay or I'm whatever gay, right? But there's a lot of people out there right now. If you say, if I go up there and be like, you're gay, I'm not gay, I'm transgender, I'm not gay, I'm a lesbian, I'm not gay, I'm like, why are you getting so mad? Like, but for me, like, right, like I've hung out, like I have an aunt. It's very obvious she was very butch, very gay.
Can't
she
say
always
that.
said, well,
No,
exactly,
I'm just
right?
messing with
But
you.
that's the thing.
I know, I'm
But
messing
that's the
with you.
thing,
So
right?
is that a problem?
And I hang out.
I think it depends on the person and
Okay.
who you speaking it.
My bad, Chef.
Who you
No,
talking
you're
to.
I'm trying to get some details.
But that's what I want. That's what I want to know.
Honestly, I think it depends on
the
the
person.
individuals.
Okay.
Because now if you walk up to me and be like, hey, old Butch Dyke, this and that.
So
you
you've
gonna
made it
get
offensive.
cussed.
You've made it offensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
cuss
yeah.
you the fuck out.
Right.
And yeah,
That's
so
just in the
I just think it's that
Yeah.
and how it comes about. And I was speaking to two people yesterday from the straight community, and they gave their view. Yeah, I said straight community.
The
They
crooked
said
community.
they
right?
don't have a problem with gays. They just think the new, and these were younger people.
Okay.
I'm talking in their 30s. So this
Okay.
is they think the way everything now, they're a little too sensitive. They're too sensitive.
Extremely sensitive, and that's the point that I'm making. Because if I have a conversation with you, and we talk about just being gay, you've never jumped down my throat for me just saying gay in reference to whatever. It could be a woman, it could be a man, it could be whatever. Never. But I can have conversations, and I have had that conversations with other people where I just say gay, and now I'm getting attacked with glitter dust, right? That's no, but
You would want some glitter dust.
but no. But the thing is, they get so angry because I'm not specifically signaling them out and identifying whatever they are, and that's what for me is frustrating. I get so mad, not mad because they choose to be whoever the fuck they are.
So
Like,
how
I
did
don't
you
care.
come to them with the word? If you just say, did you say, hey, are you gay? Tell me more about the gay.
No,
or did you
no,
just,
I've never said, hey, you're gay, but it's
Uh-huh.
just like they come into conversations very obvious. We're talking about whatever, and one of the conversations was, so when did you know that you were gay? And they got mad. I'm not gay. Like, okay, I get it. Like, you're a female, you're a lesbian. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Like, but like they get.
So is that not a
general?
general? Can that word not be used generally for the community? No.
I think it can be used generally for the community. Like I go back to saying, it has to be the individual, because that wouldn't offend me if you're just asking me a question like, hey, when did you know that you? Usually, most people say, when did you know you were attracted to the same thing?
Yeah, but that's too much.
So maybe you should change, depending on who you are talking to. You got to know your audience.
I mean, you have to know your audience.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I shouldn't have, like, to me, that's too much talking around. I shouldn't have to be like, so at what age were you when you decided that you were possibly attracted to maybe someone that, like, no.
So
when did you realize you was gay? Just let me know. Let's get the conversation going. I don't got 30 minutes to pander to.
But so maybe they don't like that, and maybe you should change your dial.
Then don't talk to me.
Like that jackass
I
moment.
mean,
You feel the same way
know
too?
it, but you
Yeah,
know
I know. That's just a
know what you
jackass
get.
moment. Come on, man.
No, but
it depends on the individual. I think with the individual, how
I think
you
the
present.
thing is if this is a person that you're just meeting,
Yeah.
you don't know that person. So how would you approach that person? Whether it's new,
Well-
how would you approach?
Well,
them?
let me ask you this: in order to get to that point, to ask them about when did they know they were gay, how did that conversation meet to be able to be comfortable enough to ask that?
But and that's what confuses me. But going back to like what Aaron said, right? So, and this is where, for me, the topic is frustrating, because if anybody knows me, they know I don't give a shit what you are. I don't care. I've said that multiple times. Like, you can love it. It doesn't affect my life. I'm happy for you. Be who you are. But just like I don't know that person, like, I feel a lot of times when this stuff comes up, like, just because I don't know you, they say, oh, well, you should be more open to how you approach people. Okay, well, on the other side of that coin, they don't know me either. So why do you automatically take it as I'm trying to demean you or take away from
maybe
you.
Maybe they
just
don't want to talk
throw
about it, because talking about it, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had just last weekend, I was in the mall. I had a conversation. I don't know how I got about some little, in the middle of the mall, they're trying to sell their perfume.
Yeah.
So some little young girls, they were fun, and they were trying to really get me, and I'm like, no. And they were like, I could tell you, like, I said, y'all more leaning more towards the guys' cologne, but it kind of has to be in the middle for me, unisex. Mm-hmm. And so the young lady took the opportunity to ask me, because I say, girl, you see what time it is, I'm gay, I ain't. And we was laughing, I made a joke out of it. And the young lady took the opportunity to ask me, so let me ask you something. She said, how did you come out? Was it okay? And I told her, mm-hmm. what happened. Because she's going through it right now. And I'm like, how old are you? She told me how old she was. And she was young. I was like, well, I said, let me just tell you this, live your truth. Because she was saying her mama kind of had a little issue with, like, she see the flag, mm-hmm. There goes the, like, the mom didn't disown her, but there goes the flag, mm-hmm. and blah, blah, right. blah. I said, but just live your truth. I mean, you're saying it now. I don't know what your future holds, because she said her mom was thinking, well, I'm not going to never have grandkids. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was like, well, you are pretty young saying it now, but pretty much now everybody is coming out saying.
Okay, so Val, I do have this question.
Mm-hmm.
Can some of this be a fad?
Some of it.
No, hold on now.
Hold on.
Because if I would have said that,
that's why I asked. You heard the question mark at the end of that, right?
Exactly. Because if one of us would get on there and say that some of this could be a fad.
Because is this the popular thing? Like, is this the thing? This is the new thing. So let me say this because it's on. It's popular right now.
To some people, I think they use that, but I think most people actually live their truth.
No, for sure.
Mm-hmm. For real, like really true. Some people do, right? Like right now, they have it easy. It's easy now being open versus when I was coming out.
Of course.
Because I was afraid that I didn't know how my mom was gonna feel. I didn't give a damn about nobody else. So I found myself tiptoeing out, going to. I wanted to be in the community, like, hey, and get there to discover other people that I didn't even know.
You seeing that you didn't know.
Yeah, we was all hiding, didn't want to be discovered.
I got you.
So, and go ahead.
No, how does that make you feel though? Because right, like you say, like it's easier now than it was for you then. Like how in the community, how does that make you feel? Because you have these people who have it way easier than you do, and they either don't appreciate that, or they take advantage of that, or they don't fully go wherever they need to go. Like when you're a person who had to struggle with that, had to fight through that, wasn't accepted in certain cases because of that. And then you see these people that are just like, Well, me personally, I'm happy. I'm happy for everybody that it's more easier now to be openly and accepted, and we can just go freely. I mean, we ain't always freely. Well, really, everybody freely. I mean, go anywhere, especially if you not, they feel you're different from everybody, this and that. It ain't like how looking at it was back in the 70s, 80s, where you've been gay bashed or this and that, like that. And I'm happy for them. I think a lot of people that you guys are talking about, a small percentage, are people that just latching on to that and want to be part of it and just making it up just so it can fit their narrative. That's what I believe. Because I really believe it's some 100% true. We true to this. We ain't new to this. But there's also but that's the thing is that it's the one bad apple spoils the whole bunch situation.
And they are attaching themselves to this to mask and be undercover about whatever.
Yeah.
So take this. I don't know whether it is or isn't, but I feel like the baby's presentation was the best marketing of the 21st century.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was a marketing thing that really just kind of pushed him out there.
Right. But you can't just, I mean, this is my thing, and I've always asked that. What is it with it? People haven't, I'm not saying you guys, because obviously y'all accept me for who I am. Y'all love me. And that's my mom end up being once I thought I was like this, and when she found out, it was more like, you still my child. That's pretty much that's your ass. Like, we got our own set of problems. I ain't worried about you, but at the end of the day, I still see you as my kid. And I came out like down a roast.
After you got that
After you got that okay.
I was
good.
like,
You got that
the weight was
okay.
lifted, huh?
it's over.
I got you.
It's over. I'm in my truth, man. You know, and I was like, yes.
Okay.
But I just think that what is the issue? Everybody have a problem. They want to put you in hell because you're gay and this and that and this and that. What about the goddamn crackhead or the pedophile or this and that? Like, what's the difference between? We can't judge anybody.
Yeah, we pick and choose.
We pick and choose.
No, for sure.
Of course, we pick and choose.
So what's so extreme about two people that's attracted to the same sex?
It's different.
I don't understand that, and that bothers me, because you're not gonna sit here and think you finna have a whole conversation and say, hey, you know you gay, you gonna hear. When your ass is over here doing stepping out, cheating. I'm just saying, I don't know anybody like that, but I'm just like, well, motherfucker, we both gonna go on a water slide with gasoline draws on this. So I'm
Both
like,
going to hell, yeah.
I'm not. I ain't going no hell. Damn, that Jesus loves me. But my thing is, people. I asked them, why are we viewed less than? Why? What's the big deal?
So, Val, help me with this.
Come on with it, bro.
Help me with this. You're black.
Right.
You're a woman.
Right.
And you're gay.
Right.
Do you lump all of those together?
I do.
So, the plight of black, you also lump it in together with being gay?
Right.
So those are the same fight for you?
I feel that way for me.
Those are the same fight? So how do we separate that though?
But see, this is another thing what I noticed too. Like, everybody more hard on the gay guys than they are the women. Why
for
is
sure.
that? Why?
I don't know. We gotta ask
I'm asking
a gay guy. I don't know.
No, but I'm asking y'all I'm not saying you
But
have
so
been that person, but like,
for-
oh, look at
yeah,
him, they
but-
holding hands.
I mean,
together.
you see the femininity of it, you know, the thought process of that. And I think, you know, they always presented this idea of a fantasy for men was two women.
Right.
As an idea, right?
That's an idea.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that can kind of slide a little easier than
But it shouldn't be that way. Like, love is love. Don't nobody bother y'all. Y'all walk out
I don't know.
holding hands.
I don't know though, because
fucks with y'all?
I've seen many of people, but not even just straight people, but even like I've seen a lot of, like, in my interactions, lesbians that will look at gay people and be like, that's gross.
I mean, let me say this. Now, sometimes we can be extra, and I do this here. You know, but I'm not gonna go, why you doing this and that, blah, blah, blah. But that's how they are doing it right now. Like, Lil Nas X is the beat.
Okay, well, hold on now, because about him, and that's what makes me, I mean, he's an entertainer, and so I'll let that
I mean,
slide.
baby, I'm
But-
tripping. I mean, Lil Nas.
Lil Nas X, but the thing with him though, and now that you're saying to me, that even more ties in. Like, for me, I think that it's creating a reality for people and making things more difficult for people who are struggling, maybe be struggling with their sexuality, or maybe doing like whatever. Because, and what I mean by that is, like, yes, like now it's easier to be gay or to come out or whatever it is, but there's still a lot of people in a lot of places that aren't accepting of that. I mean, hell, we can probably go in here in Texas and find some cities where, you know, it's not accepting, but you see a person like that who is like, and again, like, I have no problem with gay people, but I look at Lil Nas X and I'm just like, ain't nobody that gay. Like,
Well, see, that's what I meant. And I
that,
said the baby.
but you know what I'm
so,
saying?
yeah.
Like that over. Well,
he is an entertainer.
I know, but you know that there's.
So that's what I was talking about.
He's
the best
an
marketing, because I just
he's
had the
an
wrong
entertainer.
person.
But that's how we're presenting.
I mean, I think
to
like
the kids, and
right.
that's the thing,
and
because that's what kids
Boosie
look
was
at.
trying to say, but he just said it all goddamn
All wrong and backwards and
right. But
Yeah.
y'all gotta keep in mind, y'all, isn't it better to know someone openly gay than to know someone that's down low?
No, and I agree, but that's
Even though
for
that's a
me.
whole
That's
other
not
topic.
for me.
But
That's not the problem. The problem is,
But they're out there too amongst the gays.
And big,
it's the same thing as being. It's the same thing as like how. Not I won't say it's the same thing. Let me rephrase. It's similar to like how we would look at like World Star back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate because a lot of people, their perception of what black people were was through World Star, and that's a negative perception, right? And so that puts a stigma on a lot of us for the culture, and we get treated a certain way because now we're the angry person, this, that, or whatever. Our whole world, and as we progress and we do things, everything is on media. And when you see someone like that, like, and yeah, people can say he's an entertainer, yeah, I can say this, yeah, I can say that, whatever, like, but there's just so, like, that's what all the people that are coming up or thinking about coming up, they think that they have to be that, and now you have to be even further past that.
So you think it's mixed messaging that he's putting out?
I think it is mixed messaging.
The gay community, because y'all know gay people. Everybody knows.
I do, and I ain't seen nobody look like. We went to a gay club together, and wasn't nobody dressed like Lil Nas X.
Right.
In the club.
But we're in a different day and time, guys.
That's why I asked, was it a marketing thing?
To me,
it's for his career.
It's for his career to stay relevant for him.
That's what he's doing,
right?
Because he do something extravagant, and boom, he back
and
up
y'all,
in the ring.
and everybody give him energy and give him light, like, and he stays afloat. I mean, he doing commercials with Elton John. Nah, he ain't got to do nothing else.
He got to do. He's good.
Exactly.
He ain't got to do shit else.
So his marketing plan worked.
Yeah, it worked for him. But in the meantime, it could have an effect on the younger generation. But the younger generation, they doing all kind of shit right now that's different. That'd be like, we wouldn't dare do that like, there's no shame. There's no shame anymore. Mm-hmm. Social media is taking over, because we've done some shit too. We just didn't have cameras to just expose us.
Of course
they probably been looking up. But they have
even if you did have a camera, you wasn't showing it to the world.
Right. They have a fear of nothing. And on that, it's like the more fucked up shit I do, the higher I get.
The more TikTok followers.
But isn't that detrimental though? Because for me, and we've talked about, and you can relate because you're a black person as well. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about it on the episodes before. So for me, like I always have to feel I have to be the best representation of a black person when you go out, times. Right? Because in order to change that perception, they have to be able to see positive role models, or the person that maybe the racist needs to see that the black person isn't an evil person. Look at me, I'm sitting on the same table with you, having the conversation, whatever, right? So you have to be this best version. Now, but when it comes to the community, right, like, to be accepted, you can't, like, for me as a black person, I can't act how I want to act all the time, because that's either...
You have a responsibility.
Yeah, you have a responsibility, right? But why does that not apply when you talk about the gay community or whatever? It's just that now, these people now, it's just like, the bigger you can go, the more gay you are. Like, it doesn't make you more gay.
I just think it's your tone and how you...
But I'm being...
I know you being...
But here, because the thing is that, like, okay, so, and you talk about, like, you had the conversation with the people, and they're talking about people being too sensitive. Right.
Yeah, that's
so
what they told me.
Here is another example of the situation. This is what I'm talking about. And this is what I'm saying, like, we're becoming so, like, we're trying to be so tolerant, we're becoming intolerant. Now there's a game that just came out. There's an Xbox game. Yes, I play video games. Fuck all y'all out there. But so it's Forza Horizon 5, right? It's a car game, right? And I play as a woman. And I always play, any game I play as a woman. Don't ask me why, I just do. Yeah. I always play it, and I try to make them as gay as possible. Whatever, neither here nor there. I just like to do it because I like to have a representation out there. I like to, whatever. Anyway, neither here nor there.
Hold on. So explain that again. We're gonna get to your story in a second.
I play video games as a woman, and if I can try to make them, like, in my opinion, which is not always right? Maybe in my mind I'm stereotyping, but I try to make them like a gay woman or whatever.
Like what you create?
I've created cars that I drive around that got the gay flag on the side. I've created like all kinds.
Why?
Just because I like to be different, and I like to be have representations of people that are out there.
Okay.
You know, whatever. I mean, hell, right now we have in our group that we play, we have a guy who's fitting well, but his person's got all prosthetic limbs. I don't know. You just do it because you can.
Okay.
So that's just a game. That's just
It's just a game.
That's just
right?
a game.
But so the game is in the news now. So what they try to do is, as technology evolves and everything, you try to create a more interactive experience. You want to make things easier on people because, you know, whatever, that's just life. So what happens was, this game is on its 5th iteration. So it's Forza Horizon 5. That means there's 4 others. It's been a while since Forza Horizon 4 has come out. So what they wanted to do, and because they implemented a new process that they call kudos, and basically kudos excuse me, is like a thing where you can, if you have like a car or something, you can leave a car in a garage for someone to find, and you can put a message and say, you know, hey, welcome to the game, or welcome back, or, you know, whatever, hope you enjoy it, whatever, neither here nor there. Also part of that is it imports the files from your previous Horizons. So if you had, you know, things that you liked from the previous one, it'll bring it over to the new game, so you don't have to start fresh if you're a returning person. Right? Now keep in mind, if you've ever played an Xbox or you ever played a PlayStation, whatever, you set up a profile. You got to put your name, your email, your whatever the fuck it is, right? Okay. Now, I'm giving everybody this information so they have the whole story. So now there are some transgenders, I'm not gonna say gays because they're specific, they're T's, right, that are boycotting this game. They're boycotting the game. They play the game. They know what they've played all the iterations. They're boycotting this game because the game, when you log in, it calls you by your name of whatever you set up, right?
Your original profile.
Whatever your profile name was, it imported that, and it says, so for me, it'll say, welcome back. Well, I changed you can pick nicknames. So my nickname is Crumpet because I felt that was a nice name for my girl. So it says, welcome back, Crumpet, right?
Wow.
Anyway,
Gotten to that yet.
so, but the thing about it is, if you didn't set a nickname, it's going to call you by your name. Well, now they're mad
because they're being
dead named, because they have transitioned and it pulled their profile over, and they're up in arms, like they're trying to sue because they're being dead named, because it didn't recognize what they typed in, it recognized what was pulled over. And so that's where I'm saying is, these aren't the old gays, the whatevers. These are the
he gonna say, right? These ain't the old
gays, the original gays, the whatever you call yourselves, right? These are these kids who decided that they want to be something else, and now they're offended
by a game,
and they're trying to sue because the game called them something they don't identify as. And to me, that's a problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know that. Like, listen to the story and you tell me about the game, and I kind of think that's what this group, the two young, the people I was talking to yesterday, they was talking about that particular group.
Okay.
Like, they don't get them, and that's what they too sensitive.
Okay.
Somebody like, and if you look at Dave Chappelle's show, he said, what happened to the gory gays? I like them old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And versus, he said, y'all too damn sensitive. And I get to a certain degree with that. Like, come on, really, everything don't have to be challenged like that right there. Can you edit and just make change your name, or
create a new profile? Right? Can you create a new profile?
Okay, so that shouldn't even,
because actually, if you're starting over, then start all the way over. Create a brand new profile.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just like, I run into, going back to the old job, and I done ran into, people who have transformation. Give me a minute, and I remember you
to be able to get your new name,
but they weren't offended, and they even asked, you remember? I said, yeah, I remember. I said, but you go, and they're like, yeah. I said, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just not for me. I'm not knocking nobody, and I just think there are some people who are taking the opportunity to latch on to the gay community. Like you said, there was some bad
to push an agenda.
Yeah, because really,
but that's
the community don't want no problem. We don't want no problem.
That's why you're here But that's why you're here, right? You're not
Right.
here just to answer questions. You're here as a representation, because the problem is the community, right? This community, that's what's spearheading the news. That's what's driving. Like you're living with it every day, but you don't you're not the one that's influencing the topic of conversation, because you know who you are, you're happy with who you are, you've accepted who you are, but it's these people that are shaking the cage. And it's not just in the gay community, it's in the black community, it's in, we talked about Black Lives Matter, and there's a whole different
It's been a
offset
shift.
of,
It's just
you
been
know,
a shift
there's
in
people-
culture of where
I think we're being too tolerant. I don't like it.
and we have everything now is, oh, you can't say that to them. Bullshit. Because if you say it to me, I'm going to say it to your ass back. Don't say it. That's just how I roll. I mean, seriously, like, remember when they said, don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing
at all.
Okay, right. And even back when I was out, we had extravagant people like Lil Nas X that was in the community. But we in the community because, hey, that was our comfort zone.
Right.
That was our place. And if y'all come fucking with us, not I'm talking about the rotten people.
I got you.
Yeah.
Like New York police going in raiding the gay community, the women. Y'all started that shit. It would have never ever came about. That's how you got gay pride marches and all this and that. And it came into
From the oppression of that moment.
the oppression of the moment. I think if people left people the fuck alone and mind their business. No, seriously. I think we'd be all right.
Well,
We'd be in a perfect world.
I don't even know necessarily about leave them alone, because I mean, like I said, we've gone to the gay club and everything else like
You've
that.
been, yeah.
We have. And if I was to leave it alone, right, I would never get to experience that. And I think basically it's just people they just need to, I guess, accept is what it is, right? Accept people for who they are and treat people fairly and equally, because was it my most fun, fantastical experience? No, because me as Shepherd just don't like being in large groups of people for a very long time.
Right.
Yeah.
But did it have to do with them being gay? Not at all. They was all in there living the best life,
Going for it, right?
and
Because you already knew where you were.
and I love that. I love seeing
nobody
that.
was bothering.
Nobody was bothering, right?
That's just like right now, where we're in the community where we go and can I do a shout out? Or
You can do whatever you want to do.
So, LMA's barbecue. We are in the Montrose community, right in front of Hamburger Mary's on weekends. When I say embrace and love, and it's not just the gay community, you also there's straight people amongst everybody.
Everybody eats.
Everybody eating.
Yeah.
But
Good food. Everybody's
good
coming.
food is
Yeah.
good food. At
Yeah.
LMA's barbecue, come see us. Shout out in Montrose, Hyde Park, Hamburger Mary's, Blur, different little spots, and they love it. And good people. Like you meet a lot of good people. Some people, I mean, gay is not always gay people. Like everybody think you're supposed to be the flaming and this and that. Everybody don't look like that. And I learned that when I came out and saw. And most people mind me growing up, I thought you had to be the real butchy and this.
Yeah.
That's not what it is.
Yeah.
And even with people who trans and they don't feel like they're comfortable in their body and this and that, leave them alone. Leave those people alone. Let them be
one of the
comfortable
things
in
that
their
I know
skin.
is we all have choices, and we all can make them.
Right.
We all can make a choice, and we all have to then operate based on whatever choice we make.
Right.
Black, white, gay, straight,
Cockeyed, bowlegs,
whatever your straight,
Ugly.
whatever your.
No. Shout out. I like
Ugly women? No.
beautiful people. Precious people. Shame on you. Anyway.
So, whatever it is, right? We have a choice and we make our choices, and then we deal with the ramifications of those choices on the back end.
Yeah.
Let people do that, man. As long as you're not walking around, well, clearly you can kill somebody and get away with it too. But that's
a
different thing.
whole
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's a whole nother topic.
I saw a segue and I just had to,
You
put a
see
period
my
right
face.
there. Yeah.
They all be shamed.
But let's put that over here.
Anyway.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Back to what we was talking about. My bad.
Yeah.
And I just think let people live their life to the fullest. And if
That's what I'm
anybody
saying.
that's been out and everybody got a gay family member, everybody got know somebody that's gay, everybody know this and that. Everybody got their own different stories about that. I just think these are the people who are opportunists, who taking and mashing the gas, latching on, like they did the Black Lives Matter and all that. They just trying to get a part of. They messing up what originated from people fighting for their rights. Like, let me be treated equally.
They are messing it up. But that's why. But the thing is that again, and that's where I guess for me, and I've said it before, like that's where the frustration is because you can say that with minimal repercussions. If I say that, if I bleep you out of this picture and I take this flag down and I talk about the community, I'm gonna get backlash because you don't know nothing about it, or you're just trying to hold us down, or you don't understand, or you're a gay basher, you hate gays. It's like, no, like I'm trying to get people to understand that we're all people, and just because you're gay doesn't mean that your community is not filled with shitty people. Every community has shitty people.
Everybody got shitty people. Right. Everybody don't always, like, even in the community, you got those, like, just.
But I feel we ignore that.
I wouldn't say.
Because you still gonna have some racists in the.
Yeah, you can still have a racist gay.
A racist gay.
Ain't shit changed. They just happen to be attracted to the same.
Democrats and Republicans.
Exactly. So I don't understand why people wake up and put so much energy into some shit. Like, is it bothering you? Is it affecting you?
So there is
one comfortable.
There's one thing that does bother me.
Okay.
And okay.
Put it out there.
This is why we're here.
The one thing that there's two, but this the one is I feel like, and that's why I asked you before, being black, being a woman, being gay, is I feel like this movement has latched on to an African American movement and now piggybacks on it and looks and is made to look similar, but I feel like they're different.
Honestly, I don't look at it like they have. I believe they've been fighting this fight for a long time before. But if you go back and kind of look at that, y'all got to check out that documentary, How We Got Gay is the name of it. It goes back to show that not only did they view us as second-class citizens, and I saw they had Jews in there, but also the gay community who marched. Part of that for rights. So we was all oppressed. Everybody fighting for, like, shit, they fucking over you too. They fucking over you too. Yeah.
Let's get together.
So I don't think the gay community, they've been fighting for a long time.
Okay.
Because we've been cast out as outsiders. Like, why should I have to feel like I was worried about? Why did I have to feel that way? Instead of me just saying, hey, mom, I'm gay. Where it's easy for you to, like, hey, mom, I'm about to get married or this and that. Or
my mom did not like that.
What, gay?
No.
You like me?
No, being married.
Oh, being married.
Oh, my mom love you. Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, yeah, I love
No, I couldn't go to my mom on that.
Yeah, so it's like, why does that make me uneasy? Like, why? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Why is it that being gay, that's why they have their own community. And that's why they celebrate who they are in their community. It's different now because you can pretty much go anywhere and it's a mix of everybody. But back then, looking at the oppression of it and how they did people, like, that was real fucked up.
I'm just looking at, like, there was a restaurant and it had, the pride flag underneath it. Like they were, but I've never seen, happy to serve African Americans at the bottom of the restaurant. I'm just, it's just like,
that's still a fight, dog.
Why do we have to have that? Why do we have to have that?
Maybe we have, I don't know.
Right. I think it's so, but you got to think about it. I hate to give us we running shit. We up there in high places. No, I'm just being really funny. Not only that, they are your biggest consumer because we didn't know if getting out there and pulling. Matter of fact, we took the food truck out there on Pride weekend and was a hit. And they embrace you. You go to the community. It's just like you said, everybody having a good time.
Everybody hungry.
They having a good time.
They talking about just
they want good food.
But it was more. It's other food trucks out there. But it's like you live your life. You got to watch.
So did you?
No,
okay.
For sure.
So did you advertise it that you were a gay food truck?
Oh, when we did the festival, I got the flag from the lady. We put it on there. We didn't give a damn shit. I was happy.
So you use it as part of your marketing.
Yes, I did, but I also had my little shirt on too when we first went out there.
And that's okay.
I'm okay with
There's
it.
nothing wrong with that.
But what I'm saying is things have changed so much that people sit up and high no play, and they are one of your biggest consumers. They spend.
I mean, they got good money, and there's a lot of them out there. And
but at this point, it shouldn't even matter about, like, if I find out, like, some people are find out, like, oh, you talk to this person, this and that. If you be seen with a gay guy, like, you can be with me all day long, y'all can be with me all day long, y'all, they're not gonna say shit to y'all. But the minute a guy could happen to be with a gay guy, it shouldn't be automatic assumed you're gay. You can just know somebody's gay. Like, we could freely go hang out with somebody that's
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think they are misrepresenting the LGBT community with all them other letters, the Q. I get queer.
We still didn't go through them. Through them.
L G B T.
Well, you done messed it up. Isn't it
LGBT?
LGBTQW.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. And the Q is queer, I is intersex, A is asexual.
It's too
I know
much.
some added letters there. I don't know.
But look, them added letters is mad at you right now because you just dismissed them.
I did not. Bullshit. There you go start.
Yeah, you in the community. You just waved them off. I don't know, y'all.
I did not say that. Fuck y'all. Y'all trying to start some shit. That's not what that meant. I had to go back and look and say, oh, wow, they added new letters. So fuck y'all.
No,
y'all not going to start shit with me.
Hey, but that's the point, right? We're treating you like a straight person.
I can fight.
You getting
with you guys. Damn y'all. But it's just so, like, you know, I even believe as time goes on, like, gay marriage is the law of the land.
I mean, and that's fine if it is.
I'm just saying it is.
At what point can we just, and again, I'm just selfish, like, at what point can we just quit adding fucking letters?
That's what I was about to ask.
And just be who you are.
Just because how many more letters you gonna add?
Once again.
Because y'all fight within the group.
Give me an example, like among the letters.
For a while, RuPaul didn't like transgender people.
I don't see how, and he part of the RuPaul Drag Race. Really?
But he wasn't transgender.
But he wasn't transgender.
What fucking difference does it fucking make? If you want to put a fucking wig on, if you want to put a dress on and just carry yourself out and not have to do the who gives a fuck? It doesn't bother me.
Exactly.
I don't know why they fight within one another, but if you go back, have you guys ever looked at Pose? Why? It's really good.
What is it?
It's Billy Porter. It's one that goes all the way back in the 80s of the gay community. Pretty much.
Was it a show?
It still is a show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's really good. Like
I haven't watched it. But
the gay community, the struggles, they had trenches in that. And you're right, it was fighting against one another, like the balls that beat themselves. Just different things. Kids getting kicked out, and one their parents find out that they're gay. You know, just a lot of stuff coming from the 80s. Talks about AIDS, all that different stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just like when AIDS came out. That's why y'all gotta really look at that show, How We Got Gay.
They thought it was selling the show.
I'm not selling the show. It's old, but I'm just telling you, if you want to be kind of know something, be informative about like how everything got started.
This is a good documentary.
Very good documentary. I watch all kind of bullshit. I just got to looking at one that was a porn, not gay.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, that's
John Wrangler.
That's not for me. But no. So, and I don't remember where we had this conversation, but I did. So I haven't watched Pose. Whatever.
You got a chance to look at it?
No, I mean, I know of it, but I haven't watched it. That's not neither here nor there. That's not. I mean, I have other things I need to. Not saying that gay people are not important, but you're not important enough to take up my TV time. I watch other shit. But
don't do us.
What I did watch.
Do not do us.
What I did watch.
He over here low key hating.
What I did watch was Q-Force on Netflix. Okay, and this is what again riles me up because we talk about fairness and equality, right? And again, I'm not immersed in the gay community, the gay culture. So I don't know all the rules, but I know some of them, right? But either way, so Q-Force is on Netflix, and I want to say Wanda Sykes had a lot of input into it, basically.
I love Wanda
But anyway, it's an animated show about spies, and this branch of offshoot of spies is called Q-Force, which is for Queer Force, and they're all gay. And so Wanda plays this big butchy like lesbian who has an older white whatever wife, and then there's like 2 guys, and there's like a goth girl who's a lesbian, whatever, weird, whatever. Anyway, so I watched the show. Entertaining show. I didn't know that it was about being gay at first. I just like, oh, this looks cool, let me put it on. I watched all 10 episodes or whatever it is, right? But it is frustrating when you see, so like you see things like the Dave Chappelle incident with his stuff, this, that, and the other, and you see like how people react when someone says something negative about the gay community or whatever it may be. But I'm watching this show, and the show is made, you know, it has a lot of influence from gay people that are in there. But if I, as a straight person, would have made that show, I would get torn apart because they would deem it as being offensive by the way that the characters were presented. Like they had one character in there that they called Twink, and there was a point in time where you couldn't call. I'm just saying.
So
but
y'all just feel this new way have you straight people on the edge that y'all feel like y'all can't say anything about them.
You can't.
I don't get that. I really don't.
But,
like I find it hard. Like if you say dumb shit, you say some dumb, stupid, ignorant ass shit, you supposed to get.
But then everybody,
again,
this whole beehive.
There's a whole lot, right? And that's the thing, and that's just
you figuring if you're someone that's up there and got
it don't even have to be up there. No. I mean,
but again, why for you we can have this conversation,
right?
I can't have this conversation with a lot of other people. I've been like literally yelled at before because I called somebody by their original name because it was what I knew them as forever, and instantly it's you don't accept me and you don't appreciate this and you don't appreciate that. Like, bro, I've known you. Sorry, ma'am, I've known you.
And so you've been old bitch ass right now.
I mean, yeah, but that's the thing, right?
But did you have a smile on your face when you said it?
Yeah, but that's the thing is that like bro, I've known you for 20 years.
And see how he doing it
one way.
That's why I was getting mad at him, because he already know what he's doing. That's some bullshit.
But even then, for me, like I don't mean it that way. Like there's just those things that are natural.
Like I don't know how to you know. I have a friend that works, you know, Starbucks, and there's it. Can I say this? Okay.
Probably not.
Yeah. Let me not.
Say it. I could just.
But no. Let me just switch it.
Brothers.
I can switch it. No, but it's the thing is there are people who want to be, who have to be acknowledged by them or they.
Yeah.
Or how do you know?
I get confused too. So sometimes my gate door is broke.
I mean, but even how do you know that they want to be them?
And you have to teach that to me because I don't know nothing about that.
And what does that mean?
I don't know.
But they get mad.
Like they coming now with my niece asked me.
So it's too many rules.
But it's not just the gay community. It is everybody making up stuff like pansexual. What the fuck is a pansexual? And I love Janelle Monáe, and she said she's pansexual, and I heard that. Remember we heard that a long time ago in the meeting. And
so they hadn't added the P yet.
It's in there too. Oh no, it ain't part of us.
The P not in there.
But why it should be? But it should be if they're adding asexual in there, then they should add pansexual.
I believe that's people latching on to the movement, just adding shit to it.
Because we need a P.
Yeah,
we gotta have a P.
And I think it's originally LGBT. And Q.
Why can't we just leave? No, Q came way later. Like, let's just leave
Q. I thought Q was degrading though. I thought that was a degrading word.
But it is, and that's the confusing thing too.
But then we had queer
because had you said that, had you said that,
if we had called somebody queer,
oh, they'd have been hot.
That'd be so. And that's the thing that I don't get.
It depends on how it's spoken and how it's delivering.
But that's the thing
and how you're talking. Let me just say that I used to go to the restroom. You remember I used to sport my hair?
You don't go no more?
I still go to the restroom. I'm talking about out in public, dumb. Let me finish. And if I walk in, sometimes people are like, excuse me, sir, you're in the wrong. I say, it's a ma'am. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got you.
Like one time, waiter walked up and my mom was sitting right there, and he's like, "What can I help you with, sir?" My mama rolled. I just looked at her and said, "Is that fun?" He said, "I'm so sorry." I said, "You good?" Like I let him know. I'm not offended, but I expected that because my hair was cut short and I had.
Are you okay with that? Are you okay with being misinterpreted in those moments?
Yeah, because I'm right then and there. I'm going to correct you. Mm-hmm. Now, if you walk back up, and
how you correct you though? How is it a? Or is it
no. She does it just like how she said.
No, I mean I got Val, but I'm just saying on a. Some people
get real angry, fucking angry.
I mean, there's something wrong with them. I can't speak for that individual because they obviously fucked up with themselves, this and that. But I get it. You didn't know that I was a female until when I finally turned around and you said, "Oh," and I said, "That's okay." I let them know.
Do you still be? Do you? Okay, so I got questions. They just popping up.
Come on.
Do you still want to be acknowledged as a female?
Yeah, I ain't never told you nothing different. My name is.
I'm just asking.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't have a problem. I am. They said Valencia, Val. Hey. Even if someone, I'll be like, I'll say I'm gay, but I ain't that goddamn gay all the time. Meaning I am gay, but some shit like even when other marches and protests, do your research. Know what you're fighting for. Look.
Because if somebody said, "What's up, bro?" Would that offend you?
No, let me tell you how, because I always have a good comeback. And I remember one time I was like, this dude, he was showing that bitch ass nigga. He was showing out. I got his ass good, but he was playing with me too. So I walked through and we was with a couple of females. "What's up, bro?" I said, "Ain't nothing, girl." They turned around, his own friend started laughing. So she got your ass. I bet you won't do that no more. Meaning like you gonna say what? Yeah, you know I was girl.
Right.
"What's up, bro?" I say, "Ain't nothing, girl." Even he had to laugh and come over there and give it. I said, "I bet you won't do that again." So, me, I don't have a problem with it if you don't know. But if you continuously poke and keep doing it, and I know you're doing it on some spiteful shit, we got a problem. But I never really had that issue with it because I'll try to correct it right there because you didn't know. But I ain't on the D. Well, I see Shepard. He gonna go say, "Bro, I didn't see." I kind of figured.
No, but that's the thing, and that's why, like, I wanted to have you here for this episode because, like, I've seen, like, I've been with you long enough, and I've seen when we have gone out and someone's been like called you or thought you were a guy or whatever, and I see how you handle it, and but the thing is that I guess for me, where I wish that there was more of is that there's not enough Vals in the world to present themselves to the community as opposed to the other way around. And that's why, like, I have you here because I've seen how you handle yourself. I've seen how you interact, and those are all positive experiences. Mm-hmm. But for me, for every one Val positive experience, I've had 15 negative ones. And me as a person, like, I don't hold that against them because I just think people are just shitty people. So I don't think it's because of whatever, right? But there's a lot of people out there when we talk about bridging those gaps, right? Mm-hmm. We talk about closing how far apart we are. It is difficult when there isn't a vow to properly handle the situation because some people really don't know. Some people, that may be their first interaction with whoever, and when what they get is a snapback or anger or whatever, like, how do you expect them to want to accept you when that's the interaction that they have? And
I just believe if they are on a defense like that, just off the top, not allowing you an opportunity to be like, "Oh, I apologize, I didn't mean it, I'm so thank you for correcting me," and there's something wrong with themselves. Obviously they not really comfortable at their state because I've been around females out and about where they have transgender, well, I remember them as, and I said, I still had to, like,
right.
I know who they was that we talking, but I'm trying to, like, keep it to where I know she used to be a she, so it's a he. So,
I don't know.
hey man, what's up? You good? All right. I just
Yeah,
keep
I
one
got you.
word, like, because I don't want to offend them. So I'm
Yeah, I
even
got
feeling a certain way. But that's with anybody. I'll be like, I don't know what else. Let me
Where they are,
where they are, and I don't want
think
nobody to get
that
upset.
You get more, but I think you get more grace in that, though, right? And I think about that. Like we think about the N word, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we say nigga, whatever the fuck it is, like there's plenty of people we use that amongst ourselves. But when this person out here,
this person better not say
it because I'm gonna bust them in the lip, right? Because they're not part of that family,
right?
But you get that same grace in the community. You get to fuck up. You get to not recognize them as what they are because you remember them as what else. And there's more grace in that because you are part of that. And they think, oh, well, she didn't mean it because she's part of this. As to where if you're not there with me and I make a slip up, is a whole new world.
It's a hornet's.
Well, to me, I must say the ones that are sensitive, because anybody that can clearly see you not knowing already off the top and don't choose to correct the situation, then I don't know what to tell that person, this and that. But they're really not like that. But you got to think about it. They on a D anyway because you know what I'm saying? So they just probably
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
the community is already on the D.
I've heard of.
We don't know what y'all coming with. What the fuck you want?
I got you.
Can I say something about transitioning? And
Go ahead.
This may be. I don't care if you want to transition into whatever. If you are a man and want to be a woman, or a woman that wants to be a man, I will support you. When I find out whatever you want to be called, I will do my best to call you by that. Nothing but love. Can you please at least wait until you can afford to transition in a good way?
That ain't hype.
I'm done.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong for me to say?
It's steps.
I understand that there's steps.
Can't.
I understand that there's steps, but
You got to go through psychological.
just like anything. No, but what I mean is, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There are some men that have transitioned to women and they've done it right. I'm like, damn, that bitch fine. And it's a whole man. I don't care.
They probably had the money to be able to do it, but sometimes they take
and do it right, because you're not making it easier on yourself.
No,
you're not.
And if you figure that they done it right then and there all the way, fired. He should be fired. No,
I said I'm supportive.
I know you are.
I don't care. I just want them, because you're making life harder on yourself.
But it's not like that. It's not everybody
places,
can go right away and it takes a process. And I've asked questions.
And you know what my mom would say? If you buy it once, buy it good. If you can't afford it, save up till you can.
Maybe they don't. Oh, Jesus!
A lot of jobs will pay for that. We'll pay for that for you, but you want to go off.
It's a process.
But that's just with anybody. It's the same thing when people were getting booty injections and they was doing fix-a-flat. Like, save up and get it right.
Look, like, even you looking at it like, why are we?
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with the show. I'm just gonna sit here because,
look.
Man, I'm done.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to get the best.
It's just a process. It's a process, and someone had to tell me that how the process is. You got to go through classes, psychological, that talk to you, because it is. You're making a whole.
It's a lot. Transition.
So they want to make sure in your mindset. Are you sure you really want to do this?
It's probably similar to like weight loss surgery or something like that.
And I'm fine with that. I believe that is great. I believe it's great.
So what is it if they don't get it right away and they still got the other part? What is going to do to you?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I know that, but I'm
saying.
But you get, what is it going to do to you?
I'm not contributing. Nope.
Because all I'm saying, right? It's like when you can get a good facelift, or you can get a bad one because you just want one.
Why? Because you see some of them hot transgender that you be like, damn, fuck me up sometimes too. Because I'm
and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You
Right,
can be a hot transgender. I'd be like, you know what?
If you
are
didn't know that,
a beautiful person. It's not even the fact that you can have a whole top up and be a woman and have a whole dick. I don't care. Like, that's not, you can still be good looking. That's not going to change my opinion.
You don't know that part down there.
And even if I did, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is,
like, why don't they do it all at once?
No, that's not what I'm saying either. What I'm saying is, like, you have people that transition and it's clear that they saved up the money, they found a good doctor, and they did a good job. And then you have some people that just want to transition and they go to the first place they see, and as you would say, they hard on the eyes.
He over there sweating. I'm not even.
I am, because these lights is hot. These lights is hot over here.
Let me ask you something. Who do you know that got a entire? I'm not saying reveal their name. They right off the muscle got a whole entire jaw.
No. I'm not talking about having the whole thing, but I'm just saying, like, there's
impossible.
Not
gonna happen.
No, but I'm saying it's like you could buy a brand new car or you can buy the wrecked one. You still getting a car, but you paying for a cheaper service.
Stick 'em,
right?
Stick 'em.
Because and at our last job we worked together, right?
Right.
I can't remember old boy's name. Old boy, he had transitioned. He worked in the warehouse portion. There's a Hispanic, short, big, always used the men's restroom all the time. You know who I'm talking about. He wore glasses, had a shaved head.
Was they nice to me?
Yeah, didn't ever really talk much. He didn't ever really talk much.
He was a girl?
Was a girl that transitioned to a dude.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And I knew, but like, if you look at him, like, everything that he did looks, all right, bro. I feel you. You, whatever you do. Looks, the look.
Was I there?
No, you weren't there.
Oh, okay.
The look is like, not the richest person, but what he did was done properly. It's like when you paint a car, you can paint the car well, or you can paint the car at
He just worried
makeup.
about how these people look.
I digress on that one because let me tell you, right? Because that person just chose to start going to the restroom, but I don't think it was fully complete.
No, it wasn't. I don't know.
No, I'm telling you.
No, because he stood next to the urinal to me one time. I don't know. Whatever.
Where
Neither
have
here
we
nor
gone?
there.
I don't know.
Neither here nor there. Because I liked him. He was nice to me. All I'm saying is, if you're going to paint the car, paint it right. All right? Wet sand that shit down. Make her, because you want.
Don't say nothing else. Let him finish.
Look.
I'm doing this.
Whatever, man. I'm trying to help.
You're just trying to help the people. I got you.
Okay. How is that any different than
in all, we love the community. The community love everybody. I just think it's a few people out here are piggybacking and just doing some things. I don't think they're canceling everybody. That's that bullshit that people like to use when they do dumb shit and people come for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, very forgiving too. I believe if the baby would have went and sat down and had the conversation, he'll still be getting where he going. I'm not saying he ain't doing what he need to do now to make money, but his platform then got snatched from him.
Smaller, yeah.
Yeah, and it got smaller. That's because you were being ignorant and you were not. Like, you said a lot of dumb shit. You said a lot of offensive. Everybody should have been mad at his ass on everything he said. I mean, don't get it wrong. Remember back in the day, we used to go to the club. We used to say, if you concert, if your blah blah don't smell like this, we did the same thing. But now they have no shame. They don't care. They don't care who they offend. The respect. Not all of them. Some of them. And I just think it's the way the world has changed now in people's mindset that they just feel like, and they're capitalizing off. Because I feel like we're in a world where you say something to somebody, get sued. Remember, you can get your ass whooped by your mom or nobody. That's all I think it is.
Ass whooping dead. But but with that though, at what point, like, obviously the baby said some stupid shit.
Yes,
ain't no denying
stupid.
that.
It was just
stupid shit.
Like, really?
I can't defend it in no way because he's stupid. But at what point? Because you say what he should have done is he should have came, did this, that, or that. Like
after the fact, after you realize you fucked up, you should have just got with people and just say, "Hey, man, I didn't mean it that way." But
that's the thing, though, is because is that a possibility? Like at some point, like he's responsible for 100% of what he said, 100%. But even if he had to make that right, he has to still be able to have that place where he can go and say, I fucked up, right? And like you talk about the Dave Chappelle thing, like he said himself, like they talk about having a safe place at Netflix and all the transgender people walked out, but he's the only one that's not allowed there now. So even if they fired
the transgender person for whatever some reason,
and then they're suing and whatever. But he doesn't need to hear no there. But the thing is like he's not welcome there, right? So even if he wants to, and I guess that's my question is like, you can say some stupid shit, and to come to a vow and be like, I fucked up, and hey, let's talk about this is a reasonable thing. But like that's not, especially the higher up on the platform that you are, those mistakes are not acceptable.
Did you try to go and even if you still believe what you believe, I think it's okay to go meet. We can respectfully disagree.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I still stand by what I said at the end of the day, if that's how you feel, but at least we had that conversation.
Yeah.
And I know where you're going. I think that's what they need to do to get a better understanding, because to be honest with you, why did they take the gay community? I'm just saying what they said. Cancel the baby. The baby should have got canceled by black people. Yes, to me, he's one of them guys. Not every black man is that does stuff to like. Don't give a shit about black people. Slap one of his fans, always doing shit. This and that. His ass should have got canceled a long time ago. Is how I felt. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't have took that. And like I told you, and the first comment he made when he was like saying, "Hey, if you don't have AIDS," how the fuck everybody skipped to number 3 comment and wasn't pissed off by number 1? Then we would have all that would have grouped in together to get his ass. Hey man, you need to be informed. Mm-hmm. You saying shit that just don't make sense. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like people, they say shit, they just be talking about shit that they don't know what they're talking about, instead of being informed and sit down and talk to the people. Even if at the end of the day, your view still gonna be, why is it blah blah blah, you know. And same with you. At the end of the day, I still believe what I believe. But at least I can respect the fact you came to the table and want to talk to me about it and this and that. You can still go on about your life. You know what I mean? Right. I just know now where everybody stand.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a lot of the communication is off. It do too much to me. It ain't just in the gay community. I just think everything. They just extreme and go take it too much. And Lil Nas X trying to keep a little money in his pocket and stay relevant. I figured that out. But I was a little pissed off with him on that. Now, I ain't into his music. I don't like shit like that. When he went down the hill. Did you ever see the video?
Yeah.
What I got out of that was, Lil Nas, why didn't you flip that around and ascend to heaven? And that way you will show, well, we think everybody want to cast everybody in hell. Like they say, gay people, this and get in there and realize, wow. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, I ain't trying to be religious. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's just, to me, the world is just.
I mean, the whole pregnancy photos,
now that right there, that was too much. He's fuck.
It's just.
No, he was fucking with y'all then. I thought that was funny. And he got y'all dumb ass.
I was like, man, you know. It was all publicity for me.
Yeah,
it was all media,
it's a marketing, right?
Attention.
You can see it that way and just move it around. But I just think with the gay community.
But that's an issue though, right? Because we talk about, and it's a whole nother podcast for a whole nother day. But you talk about social media and you talk about the influence that it has on people, and it's easy for us to write something off as entertainment, but the effects
that it can't have an effect on the younger. Yeah,
because my son was asking, like, Daddy, just rolled completely off.
Yeah, and
so we couldn't stay there, right?
Yeah,
we was just flipping through channels, and so he's looking and he's like,
And that's what people are saying. Like I believe that's what Lil Boosie was trying to say. Like, you are doing this, and the younger generation coming up. I think that's what he was trying to say, but I don't see how. Look at the videos of rappers now. They promote guns and violence and this and that. So What's the difference? Once again, I go back to what I was saying. What's the difference with somebody that's gay and you got a crackhead and you got a pedophile, you got the adulterer and everybody over there, but it seems like the behavior that they feel like it's more extreme. Well, what the fuck is wrong with this one? Yeah. So you willing to tell me you rather be around? It's what I'm saying. Back up a little bit, y'all. Who are we to judge? Everybody gotta do their own thing and live their own truth. And if you don't like it, stay the fuck away. And that's what should have happened right here. Stonewall would have never been formed. Gay people would have been doing their own little thing.
See, that you stereotyping.
Right. I just did right. But had we,
but nobody want fucking with y'all.
Yeah,
I'll say dee like dancing. Y'all on that bullshit. That's what y'all thinking.
That's how they view it.
Y'all ain't shit.
That's how they view it.
All I'm just saying, and all this wouldn't have been formed today, and y'all wouldn't be hollering, we getting canceled. I've never heard that until now about the cancellation.
But on the backside of that, though, had that not happened, we might not be to a place where people can be as out as they want to be, though, too. So it's a bad thing, but it could also have benefit some good results from it, too.
So there's just a lot of things. Like, I don't get in this world anymore. I just wake up every day and try to say, can I got another day?
Keep on going.
Let me deal with my little box right
exactly.
Here. And I guess that's what
enough in that box for me.
Boils down to. Everybody just needs to treat everybody like
respectfully,
a person. Right?
And understand where they're coming from.
It doesn't matter what you are, who you love, who you're with, whatever. That has no effect on. Just treat people with respect. Right? And understand that.
We gonna keep this right here. You know how you saying you going to little restaurants and let me stop messing with y'all. Y'all looking at me.
That's going with you when you leave.
That's good.
Damn right. I thought I put it on as a cape. Hey, we save y'all asses. But nah, it's all good and everything.
Well, no. So this one it went a little long. We had some fun.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you coming here and speaking with us on
appreciate you.
On this.
I appreciate y'all too as well.
These things continue to come up.
And we can have more topics about, not just that. It's just a lot of issues, social issues that everybody's dealing with in different ways and different areas of life. So
let's get out of here. We'll leave it on that.
All
Thank you guys for listening and have a good night.
All right.
Yeah. I'm ready to play now. Put me in the game now. I came here to prove it. I'm ready to do it. I can't be afraid now.